How hard is it to raise 3 kids on your own? The older brother was once the star of his school, the most handsome guy in high school. At the class reunion, one of the girls was even planning to flirt with him. But when she found out he was raising 3 children, her attitude changed instantly. She and her friends started mocking him, saying he had turned into an old auntie. Today is the day of the class reunion. Before leaving, the hero told his brothers to heat up the dinner from the fridge. But they told him to just go and not worry. He was excited. It had been 6 years, and he was curious how his classmates had changed. His life had been entirely consumed by caring for his younger brothers, but today he could finally have some fun, like back in the school days. The girls were talking about him and found out he was currently single, which meant they had another chance. Meanwhile, he noticed that many of his classmates had changed significantly. The most surprising thing was that a guy who used to be an outcast in school had now become a company director. The girls quickly began to flock around him. The hero was shocked, especially since those very same girls used to call that guy ugly. But such role reversals in social status are not uncommon. Even if you were once the popular heartthrob, the moment you say you're unemployed, girls will run away without looking back.
怖い。ひたすら怖い。経済力という絶対的価値の前にはあまりに無力。大人って、大人って。
But with our hero, it was different. He now works as a teacher and earns a decent salary, so the girls began striking up conversations with him. He got curious about what his classmates did now, and as expected, most turned out to be regular office workers. One of the girls subtly hinted that she wouldn't mind quitting her job for the right prince. Still, despite the challenges, office workers also find perks in their jobs, like bonuses. One guy was planning a trip abroad with his fiancée, and someone else was traveling overseas for business. The hero was surprised everyone was talking about grown-up topics now, and things were clearly no longer like in high school. Then someone asked, "Since you're a teacher, you must earn a good salary?" He felt a bit uncomfortable. While he did make a decent living, he simply had no opportunity to spend money on himself. He had 3 growing boys at home to care for. Everyone was confused. Did that mean he was married with kids? So the hero explained that his parents passed away while he was still a student, and since then, he'd been raising his 3 younger brothers on his own. One of the girls responded with sympathy, saying it must be really tough. But unexpectedly, the hero began telling his story in great detail.
男3人だからとにかくよく食うんだよ。米なんて10キロ袋があっという間になくなるし、洗濯回すのも1回じゃ無理な日もあるんだよ。
When he snapped out of it, he noticed that everyone around was frozen in shock. Most people quickly lost interest and drifted away, leaving only his best friend, who continued to support him. Then, unexpectedly, he overheard girls in the bathroom talking about him. Those same girls who were flirting with him earlier were now mocking him. Once, he was the most handsome guy in school, but now, in their eyes, he had turned into some old man. Worse yet, they said he now looked more like a middle-aged auntie.
俺がおばさん？わかる！